one poll, 3 spots in another. They really jumped in the computers. They go from 23 to 12 in one computer. Highest one gets thrown out. But they're 12 in another computer. Now, with the rules being set this way, the rules also allow a team with 5 losses like Wisconsin to go. They allow Louisville to go. They're ranked ahead of both of them. So what's your reaction to Northern Illinois being in a BCS game?
Well, I think we get so caught up in who goes to the championship and the debate about 1 and 2. This is a great example of how it's not just about the BCS and about 1 and 2. The fact that Northern Illinois is in the BCS in 2012 is really a sad state for college football and where we are with the current system. And the fact, thank goodness, we're moving towards a new system in 2014. They don't deserve to be in the BCS this year. Are you kidding me with Northern Illinois playing in the BCS? There's 2 things here that stand out. Northern Illinois, nobody even knew they were playing until they got to the Toledo game about 2 weeks ago. With the examples of Utah and TCU and BYU in the past, and even Hawaii, who got blown out by Georgia, they were a story for 6 or 7 weeks. There was a build-up, and you could really look at their resume and say, hey, look, they won this game or they won that game. With Northern Illinois, and I love Jordan Lynch, like you said, and it's a great team with Dave Doran, but you're going to leave Oklahoma out to put Northern Illinois in to a BCS bowl game? Are you kidding me? That to me, of all the years we've had these BCS discussions, putting Northern Illinois or a Kent State in the BCS this year would really be an injustice to these teams, such as you just mentioned. We have this other rule where we can't have more than 2 teams get into the BCS from one conference. Who came up with this rule? Whatever you do as BCS conference commissioners and however you want to give the money to whoever you want to. But to leave teams out like Georgia and Florida and Texas A&M and Oklahoma, all of us want to see those teams in games that matter in the BCS bowl games, and you're going to give us Northern Illinois.
All right, Kirk, let me play the other side. We've got about 30 seconds here. Now, Northern Illinois, the rules were established. They played by the rules just like Wisconsin did. Just like Louisville did. You could argue that neither of those teams are worthy of being in the most elite bowls given the types of seasons they had. Why worry about Northern Illinois qualifying under the rule if you're not worried about Wisconsin, Louisville teams of that ilk qualifying under the rule?
Listen, they don't get the same games week in and week out. If you're going to be a non-automatic qualifier, you've got to go out and you've got to dominate when you play. To even get into discussion, remember Ben Roethlisberger in Miami of Ohio? I mean, you have to be a team that just stands out. Some of Gary Patterson's teams at TCU, Urban Meyer's team in 2004, like those kind of teams, you can right off the top of your head remember that team. Hey, remember Brian Johnson in Utah in 08, what they did to Alabama? What has Northern Illinois done this year to make you say, remember 2012? And again, Dave Doran and that team, I hate to just jump on top of them. He's off to NC State. The quarterback had a great year, phenomenal season. I love MAC football, don't get me wrong. But to put them in the BCS is an absolute joke to the rest of these teams who are more deserving. It's just the eyeball test, the resume. Iowa's the worst team in the Big Ten. They lost to Iowa. I mean, I can't even believe we're having this discussion.
All right, we're getting a report now that offensive coach Rob Cowery will